Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I will show you how if you install your Elasticsearch inside the VPC, so you cannot uh, directly access that Elasticsearch dashboard from the internet, because it can't be accessible from the internet because you install inside the VPC. So if you install that Kibana inside the VPC, so you cannot access directly from the internet. But if you want access that dashboard from the internet, then you need to deploy a proxy server. So what proxy server will do? Proxy, you just hit the proxy server URL, the request come to the proxy server, and proxy server forward that request inside the Kibana, which is installed inside the VPC, and Kibana responds back to the proxy server, and proxy server uh, deliver that dashboard to end user. It is a complete workflow. So here I just install one Elasticsearch inside the VPC. So you just see, I just given the name in private VPC, and it is under VPC. So it created under I just created one separate VPC, which name I think is the project, and yeah, project VPC. So I created that uh, Elasticsearch inside this project VPC, and also so I just created that VPC. I just created that Elasticsearch inside the private subnet. So let me confirm you. So the ID is 0627 0627. So yeah, so I just created that Elasticsearch inside the private subnet, so it can't accessible from the outside world, from the internet. So so if you want to able access this Kibana dashboard, you have to set up proxy server inside the public subnet on same EPC. So let's create the one EC2 instance, and that EC2 instance we will set up the proxy. So go to in EC2. Here we create one T2 micro one Linux EC2 instance. So I have a same region. So then no any EC2 instance running. So here launch instance, click on the launch instance. So firstly we need to create one EC2 instance. I will take the Linux AMI and deploy here Apache proxy server. So behalf of that Apache proxy server, we can able to access our Kibana Elasticsearch dashboard, and that Apache will work as a reverse proxy. We set up Apache as a reverse proxy. Okay. So I just provide the name as a reverse proxy. Okay. I just select the Linux Institute, Linux AMI, Linux 2 AMI, instant T2 micro. Key pair, I don't have a key pair, so let me create a new key pair. Create a pair, and it's downloaded. And now we have to select our VPC. So click on network setting, edit option. Here we find our project VPC. Subnet should be public subnet. So I just select a public subnet 1. Okay, and auto assign public IP is enabled. Security group, I just created one sample security group. In that security group, all the traffic allow I allow all the traffic in this subnet group, means all the inbound traffic is allowed as well as the outbound traffic. So 8 GB is sufficient for us. So okay, and yeah, click on launch instance. So our instance, so our EC2 instance is ready. Status check passed, all the status check has passed. So now we need to connect our EC2 instance. So just grab the public IP of that EC2 instance, open the putty software, and just attach your ppk of file. So I think the font size visual to you all. So the login as ec2-user. Okay, so I log in with ec2.user. Now I just log in with root. So just type the command sudo su. So I am logging with root user. So firstly I check that can I able to access this Kibana dashboard from our EC2 instance. So yeah, we should able to access that Kibana dashboard from our EC2. So firstly I will check from our Internet Explorer or browser. When I hit this on our browser, we can't access this directly from the internet because it is created inside the VPC. So we are not able to access the Kibana dashboard because it is deployed inside the VPC. So I just install one EC2 instance on same VPC but in public subnet. So we should able to access this Kibana URL from our EC2 instance. So let's try. So just copy this URL and go to your EC2 instance, type the command curl -i and not insecure, and that paste that URL. So yeah, we are good. We can enable our Kibana dashboard inside our EC2 instance, which is deployed in the same VPC but different subnet. So we have deployed our EC2 instance in public subnet, and we have deployed our Kibana inside private subnet but in the same VPC. So we are able to access that Kibana URL, Kibana dashboard from our EC2 instance. Okay, so yeah, so now we are going to create this EC2 instance as a reverse proxy. So for install the reverse proxy, firstly we install the Apache. Also we can try with domain endpoint with the same command. So let's try it. We are able to access that domain URL or not. Type the curl -insecure and paste the domain URL. Okay, yeah, we got the response from the domain URL as well. So now we need to install Apache server. So firstly we install the Apache server and configure Apache server as a reverse proxy, and behalf of that Apache reverse proxy we can access that dashboard which is installed inside the private VPC private subnet from the internet. Okay, so firstly I type the yum update y yum update. So firstly update the yum packages. uh, okay, means all package I think up to date. Now we are going to install HTTPD. Press Y for yes. So I think HTTP package has installed. Yeah, HTTP package has installed. It is the main HTTP tool and mob.http. So I think we are good. Now I'm going to start the service, HTTP service. Okay, service has started. Let's cross check. So yeah, service is running. So service is running. So can we able to access our EC, that Apache which is installed inside the EC2? So let's copy its public IP, or you just copy the public IP DNS and hit on the access on the browser. So yeah, we are good, and our Apache default page is showing, means we have installed the Apache inside our EC2 instance. So let's configure uh, uh, our Apache as a reverse proxy. Okay, so we can also cross check from here curl and localhost that our web page is accessible or not. So yeah, it provide the response, means our web page is accessible. So now I just move its default configuration to backup file. Now we have to need to install yum mode SSL module. So firstly we going to install that module configuration file. What I have did, firstly I have installed the module. First module is header module, second module is mode SSL module, which I have installed. And firstly we load these two modules. We have to need these two modules and create the custom log in the log directory var log http exit.log, and create the error log inside the var log httpd and error.log. Now I have virtual host. I just start my server on the port number 80. server name I think should be this is public DNS name. So I just copy this and paste as a server name. I just limit the field size, which is 16384, and I just copy the cache. Cache means if the request having JS file or the CSS file or the WAF file or the WAF2 or the PNG or the JPG file, then set the cache control for the age of this seconds, 604,888,000 second, and it should be the private, means the cache should be caching inside the browser. Why I should I created only dashboard? Because in the proxy pass and the proxy reverse box, I just need to that that Opensearch dashboard URL. So what that this Apache server do? If any request come to port number 80, it forward that request to the proxy pass, which is Kibana Dashboard URL. I just copy all the content and just create this file inside our EC2 instance. So nano, I think we have to reconnect our EC2 instance. EC2-user sudo su nano. We just we need to create our main configuration file inside the etc httpd conf.d, and I just provide the name as vhost.conf. Just copy all the content, paste here and save the file. Control O enter and Control X for exit. Now I have to validate the all the setting has properly configured or not. So the you just can file Apache ctl dot -t, so it provide the SSL. Okay, so it's showing the SSL file is empty. Okay, it's showing that SSL file has empty. So we need to create the certificate file for our domain. Why? Because I just configured our server, which is the port number 80, but the request is come for the port number port number 443 or the protocol HTTPS. So it is a secure protocol. So for access this HTTPS protocol, we need the self-signed certificate for our domain, which is our domain, this one, our server name. So let's create a self-signed certificate for our this server name. Okay, so I think we have to reconnect our EC2 instance. So again, go. Okay, EC2-user. Okay, here I'm going go to just create one folder mkdir inside home, inside ec2 with my name. I'm going to this inside this folder home ec2. So I will create a self-signed certificate for our domain. The command is I just fire this command. So firstly we need to install OpenSSL. Okay, we just need to log in from root user. Okay, now yum install OpenSSL. So it's already installed. So in this command, with the help of OpenSSL, we just going to create the key pair file with the help with the 2048 encryption method, bit encryption. Now I just require the generate self-signed CSR file. Just copy this command and paste. So country name, I think US, because our domain is located inside the US. Okay, so I just use the country from US. And email address, I just provide just random email address test.test.com. okay, and I didn't provide that challenge password. Okay, so let's check our CSR file is ready. Yeah, our CSR file ready. Now I just need to that CRT file. So just copy and here I just CRT. So our file is ready. Okay, fine. Add this certificate key file to our Apache reverse proxy. So I just get the cat and the self signed CRT file. The content, I just copy the content. Just need to fire this command again. So he said that just provide the CRT file inside this file. So I just used nano etc pki tls source and here create the local host .crt and paste that key file inside the file and save. Now same, we have to copy our key file, self sign key. So just copy this self sign key. So I just provide the key file inside this file. Save and exit. Now again fire that. So it's showing syntax is okay. Now we have to restart our service, Apache service httpd restart. It's restarted. Now just copy this EC2 DNS name and hit this name with dashboard, which I created the location. I just show you once again. Here we created the location with dashboard. So we need to access our EC2 DNS name and just pass that location value. When you hit, your Opensearch dashboard will able to access from the internet. So our reverse proxies work fine. So I think it will be helpful for you. If you have any doubt, any concern, please let me know, and please keep watching my YouTube videos, and please share with your friend and your circle. Thanks for watching.